Well, it's Monday, and I've only got three things going out today for about 250 bucks. It's a lot slower than usual. So I don't know if it's kids going back to school, parents are busy, or what. But I do have some cool things to go over from an estate sale that actually turned out to be very good, and you're not going to believe how cheap some of these items were. I'm still in shock because some of them were left in the rack for about an hour before I even got to them. But let's go take a look at those first, and then I'll go show you a few things on the table from that sale. I'll throw some comps up, and we'll see how we did. So the clothing items here, I don't always buy clothing unless it's really cheap. And in this case, well, it was very cheap. So every item here, I'm not sure how good these are going to do, but every item here was $1. And this was an estate sale. So this doesn't happen very often. Obviously, these are going to need a little bit of cleaning, but stuff like this does not usually sell for $1, especially at local estate sales. So this is, we'll go over them a little quickly here. This is Chase Authentics. It's a size large. Miller Lite, it's the Rusty Wallace, and the back of this says Rusty's Last Call. So 84 to 2005. So this is a 20-year-old jacket. It's in excellent condition. It's very, very clean. And it was only $1. We got the Dale Jr. Bud Chase Authentics. This is like a windbreaker. It's a lot thinner, size XL. Also in very good condition. These honestly don't even look like they were worn. And the only one that has some marks on it, it's got a little bit of dirt up here and some dirt up here. It was probably like, if I had to guess, this was sitting in someone's, in the garage, and it was just like displayed and it collected dust over the years. Because it's got to be pretty old. It's got the original tag on it, which is always good to see. Yeah, here we go. It says 2000 on it. This is the Earnhardt jacket, Goodyear or Goodwrench Service Plus with the Burger King logo on it. Yeah, you can see it's got some marks up here, but those should come off pretty easy. This looks like I said, just looks like it was maybe just some dirt and dust from it just being displayed. And then last, I grabbed the SU pullover, the starter, also very good condition. This could have been worn, but it is. Boy, now that I'm looking at it, I'm wondering if it was even worn. Because look, there's no pilling on this. It's very clean. It feels really good too. It feels like it's it feels new. Yeah, I'm willing to bet this was not worn because it is in way too good a shape. I'm not up on the starter stuff like I used to be, so I'm not entirely sure what year this would have come out. But for $1, it was totally worth it. And then before we go over to the other table, it snows up here, and I'm not trying to spend a couple $100s on snowshoes and try it out just to realize that I hate it. So these were $5 a pair. I grabbed a set for my wife and I, and then for a couple bucks, I found these Norwegian bamboo ski poles here. I don't know what they're worth, but the price was right, so we grabbed them. And if I could find some comps on these, I'll toss them up. But let's go over to the table, and we'll see what else was found at this sale. Not a whole lot on the table, but I think we're going to do okay. We'll start off with these filthy LL Bean boot shoes, whatever they're called. Pretty good shape other than the dirt because the bottom is very thick. Lots of tread left. Looks like someone bought these, wore them a handful of times, and then just threw them in the garage. And these were with the clothes. So everything on that clothing rack was only $1. So you can't beat that for $1. And then also right next to it for the low price of $2 was this Kelly Works wood slasher axe. And the handle's obviously a little chewed up. So we're going to take that axe head off, clean it up a little bit, and sell it without the handle. Only grabbed a couple things of tools here. And these are Chicago pneumatic. These are made in Japan. They wanted $5 for all the open end wrenches. And this company was actually local to my area years and years ago. I didn't comp them out, but Japanese Chicago pneumatic I'll typically buy if I can find them. And I've never even sold them really in the past. I've just kept them because they've always been cheap. And they're pretty good tools. Also for $5, this is the 1/2-inch socket set. Got some 6 points, 12 points, a ratchet, a breaker bar, and an extension. But same deal, Chicago pneumatic, made in Japan. And if I can't, I'll throw up comps for this stuff if I could find it. But if I can't sell it, I'm just going to keep it because they're actually halfway decent tools. The main things I came for at this sale were the Walkmans. And you can spot a yellow Sony sports electronic from a mile away. They were all $4 a piece. I don't know if these do super good. I think this one's going to do okay. But I buy them all the time. You know, pretty much. If they're $5 or less, I'll always get them. This one here is the model WM-FS191. None of them had batteries in them, which is a huge positive. Because I always end up buying things with corroded batteries in them. This model here is the WMS, oh boy, what does that say? SXF16. This one's got its little belt clip on it. That one you can actually read the model number with the belt clip on it. And this one, I just popped off the belt clip. This one is the WM-F77. It's got the metal door here. It's pretty dusty. It's got some scuffs on it, which is a little unfortunate. But I think this one's going to do pretty well. Then we grab the LL Bean here, the weather radio. And I'm not going to be able to get this open one-handed because this one's sealed pretty good. I think it's a weather-resistant radio. But these sell quickly. I always buy them if they're a couple bucks, and that's usually always see them only for a couple bucks at these garage sales. Got a few Radio Shack items. This is the PC interface, 192. Does that mean kilobytes? This one's pretty old. It's so 192K. It's got illuminating backlight. It's a data organizer. Is there a year on this? I don't see a year, but I'll look at this. It requires at least Windows 3.1 or newer, so you know this is pretty old. We also grabbed, so that was that was $1.50. This was only $1. It's a dual trunking 1000-channel Radio Shack handheld scanner, and the part number is 20-525. I also grabbed for $2 the 20-163 triple trunking Radio Shack scanner, and I think this is also called like the Pro 163 model, but $2 here. I might just keep it because it's kind of cool. This is actually set up. You can mount this underneath your dash in your car, or it fits in a single DIN radio slot. And here in New York, I'm pretty sure that is very illegal to do. So we're just going to keep it here in the garage. Grabbed a military cup mug here, USMC. It looks like it says, boy, some of the letters are missing. It might be Carrollton Manufacturing. Pretty cool buy for $0.25. I always get Legos from these people because they're cheap. If you watch one of my previous videos, I think I had it in the video. I grabbed a bunch of 1960s Legos, I'm pretty sure. They were very old, and they were $5. But for $3, we grabbed some of these Lego City pieces here. There's still some figures inside, which is nice. So I wouldn't doubt that this is all complete. And someday, maybe I'll get the motivation to sort it out, or I'll just sell it as a lot. We'll get to the dollhouse in a minute, but the DVD recorder here was only $7.50. It's a JVC DR-MV5S, and in with the paperwork was a bunch of this Xbox stuff, PS1, and there were no video games in the house, which is really unfortunate. So they must have taken those beforehand. Except for this one, and I don't think this is really worth anything. This TV Play Power and television. This came with it for $7.50. But should do pretty good. I'm guessing it's going to work. This was a very, very clean house, and this was still hooked up to the TV. So hopefully it works. We'll have to test it out pretty soon and then get it listed. And lastly, this is a pretty good bolo here. So anytime you see real good toys, especially if they're sealed, buy them. This was only $3, and I found this on my way out of the sale. I probably walked past it more than 2 or 3 times inside the garage and didn't think anything of it. And then on the way out, I'm like, okay, what else can I get? And I happened to just take a picture of this with Google and look it up. Not this exact model. This is H-72. But some of these get into hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So real good toys, be on the lookout for these because, well, especially if they're sealed, they can go for some very good money. But that's going to be it for this video. Not a whole lot here, but I'm going to get these cleaned, inventoried, and listed so we can get them out of here. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.